What's good, junkies? It's your boy Gerdo here. I'm here with your boy Joker. We're going to be discussing some more info on Fallout 76. What we're doing today is seeing what the camping is about. We're going to see what the mechanics allow, what the mechanics don't allow. Remember, camping is the construction and assembly mobile platform. We're going to be heading out into the forest region of 76. We're going to take a look, see if we can find a certain area, see if it's applicable to what a beginner might need, see what might be most advantageous to the beginner player. Right there, Joker?
Yeah.
I know my boy Joker here. You haven't heard too much about Joker, but he's been hard at work doing a lot of different clips, a lot of different videos, seeing what he can stitch together here to make you guys super excited about some upcoming mods for, what is it?
Yeah.
Skyrim?
Yeah, it's basically going to be kind of like a co-op type adventure. It's not really going to be any sort of like MMO style or anything like Elder Scrolls Online.
Right.
Luckily, because we already have a game for that. But and Enderal is going to be more of a complete conversion mod, kind of as a whole completely different. It's just using the Skyrim assets.
Like a new game.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Like a brand new game.
New quests, new assets,
everything.
New locations.
They're actually adding in new monsters, too, and everything. It's going to be
enemies.
very, very, very entertaining.
Okay, so then with Skyrim Together, we're talking about a new multiplayer
experience. Yeah, and they're actually working on adding in mod support for Skyrim Together, so you can get the mods you want to play with your buddies.
Oh, okay. Sounds exciting.
Yeah, looking forward to making a video for you guys on that one. And if you guys ever want to get any information on that, we'll probably put a link for that.
Yeah, I mean, comment section below is always an option. But the point here, we're talking about Fallout 76 today. We're going to start at the entrance of Vault 76, like we just came out. I myself an extremely high level. Don't get jealous. But we're going to head out. We think we have a plan. And by the way, I want to give a shout out here to Fallout76maps.com. You can find a whole lot of stuff on that website. You can find junk extractors, you can find veins for minerals, you can find locations for the Overseer's caches, bobblehead, spawn locations, anything you would need. It's got a really nice interactive category tab, super easy and fun to work with. We used that to kind of find a location here right by the exit of Vault 76, see what would be the best option for a new player to exit, go to, start their first camp. So that's where we're going to head off today first, right?
Alright, we'll see how it goes. And here we are, exiting the vault for the first time, just kind of taking the look down here where the first body is with all the gear and whatnot that you need to proceed.
Looks like it must have been a raider, actually. I see raider armor, a pipe pistol, some ammo.
It's kind of interesting that they died right outside the vault, though.
Okay, I actually need to interrupt you here really quick. So these are some robot scraps. What happened was I came here at nighttime, and I had to kill the little robot guys, and I was like, there's no way I can record this at night. It was too dark. Liberators. The Liberators, that's where they are, right here. Here's some that I didn't kill, though. So anyone leaving the vault is going to deal with these. I'm pretty sure even if you go to the left.
Yeah, if you go to the left, there's still more that way. There's less of them, though, actually. If you go to the left, you won't have to fight as many, so if you're having a hard time with that, you can go down. Well, you also have to go down the left anyways. There's more starter gear down there on a second dead body.
That's true.
Whatnot.
If for some reason you can't handle it, go to the left.
Yeah. You might also want to go get a friend.
Yeah, that's true. There's some pre-war tanks here. Did you ever understand why the tanks had like 2 barrels on them? There's 2.
Well, because then it's double the power.
Yeah, okay, that's the basic understanding.
Well, there's not much more to it. It's a big tank with 2 guns. I mean,
it's true. Killing some mole rats here. Jumping really high. You noticed that, right, Joker?
Yeah.
Jumping abnormally high.
That's one of the mutations, right?
That's one of those mutations. Yeah. It's the marsupial mutation, as we're taking a look here. It adds carry weight and it adds jump height. I mean, we're going to get into...
that's pretty useful.
Yeah.
Very useful.
It makes your intelligence go down a bit, but you know.
Well, radiation tends to do that.
Right. Okay, so here we go. So the gist of this, we're headed towards a specific location on the map, right, Joker?
Yeah.
We're going towards what we found on Fallout 76 maps as a junk pile, quote unquote.
Okay. Yeah. So it's like you basically go get one of the extractors that you would for any of the other mining veins and just put that on there, but it has to be the specific junk extractor.
Exactly. So normally restricted to just workshops. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't know. If you build a camp near, a random vein, a random pile, you can build your own extractor that isn't restricted by logging on and off or getting disconnected.
Okay. As long as nobody else put their camp there.
Right, but keep in mind, they've since patched that if someone else has a camp on your specific location, you have the option to move your camp for free to a different vein or pile, or log off, log back in, and hopefully the server you get next will not have someone living in your spot.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Don't forget, you could also just get really angry and start smashing their stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they'll move.
Make them regret.
They'll leave the server. Yeah.
Destroy the junk extractor first, though.
Right.
Just to teach them a lesson of why you're there beating them up.
So as we're going here, don't forget, beginning crafting materials are usually steel and wood.
Oh, yeah, wood.
Roughly.
Definitely one of the things you want to collect the most of.
So, right, if you're a beginner, keep in mind, if you see a downed log, a tree stump, like a twig, a stick, it's like all those little wood
or
pieces.
any of the little wood kind of piles that people make out in the woods or at the cabin or whatever.
Yeah, people had wood burning stoves in West Virginia. So
only in West Virginia.
You can loot all those. You can't go up to a tree and loot it. This ain't Minecraft, but any of those.
Sure, if I don't just like punch it hard enough.
You could try. I mean, I have had no luck. Yeah, you can go ahead though and see what happens.
But yeah, you're gonna need wood for basically cooking anything, including purifying water, which is probably one of the things you want to start doing right off the bat.
Correct. Keep in mind too that right off the bat, what people can build in a camp is the wood walls, wood doorways, wood roofs. Those require at least a little bit of steel still. So,
but still, you get off of killing robots from the front of the vault. You get off of basically killing anything almost.
Yeah.
So
you find steel pretty often.
I think wood and steel are probably the two most common things you're probably going to find aside from
water.
Basically,
to get like a camp established, you want some steel and wood and cloth if you want a bed to be able to heal yourself up back to full health in a quick and easy manner. Don't forget, if you're sleeping in a bedroll or a sleeping bag, though, you will get a disease like gonorrhea.
Only if you're on the ground, though, right?
The ground,
as long as it's lifted up off the ground, you won't get a disease, I think?
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. The crotch worms only bother you if you're on the floor.
If only it was like that in real life.
I know, right?
Wouldn't have to worry about bed bugs.
It is a little bit.
A little bit,
not quite. So here we are. We're getting really close to the junk pile here now. So this particular junk pile is special because there's not very many that are close to a water source.
Yeah, I was going to say, that seems like it's really useful. And right on the edge of the forest. So you also have access to wood.
Exactly.
And then water, which then you can purify with the wood.
Exactly. So we're just going to throw down a camp here. Now remember, this wasn't a very long walk.
No.
We left Vault 76. There was no cutaways here.
About 5 minutes.
Yeah, roughly easily. Yeah. Like, we got here now, and I'm already here establishing what I want to start building first. Now, you're seeing me go through the stored tab. I've had many camps. Again, this is a pretty high-level character.
Pretty high up there, as you can tell by the weapon that he has and the mutation and all that,
All that fancy
You're not going to have any of that coming out of the vault.
Bells and whistles are established later on.
Yeah.
Right. So, I have a lot of stuff from camps. I move my camps around a lot. Oh, look, what's this guy?
Oh?
Mr. Prize Bot.
I don't think I've ever seen one of those before.
This is a random encounter. You see, I care very little because because what he does is he rolls up and he offers you a voucher that I've yet deciphered a use for. So when I run across him, I shoot him in the face and take his aluminum and possibly lead.
Does it give you an option to give him the voucher?
No. I've tried. I've sat there for a minute. Nothing.
Do you think maybe it's to go to the amusement park?
I've been to that amusement park, and the answer is no.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Huh. You'd think so. Good thinking, Joker.
Yeah, you would
Good
think.
Thinking, Joker. That's we're gonna have to cover that because that's one of the best dailies in my opinion. That's one of the ones where if you do it enough times, you get something really neat, which I've never seen another player have. It's that cat suit.
Oh,
with the head.
Yeah.
What's that cat's name? They're like teddy bear.
Yeah.
They're the new teddy bears, kind of. But I've never seen anyone wearing it. Mm-hmm. But I went there and I saw the daily and I said, if you do this a ridiculous amount of times, you can get that neat suit, which matters very little. But
hey, you know what? It's an MMO. When you have cool stuff and nobody else does, it makes you feel nice.
Right. I nodded very heavily for those. Wow. I was nodding very much so because he's right. The fact is, I know that suit exists, and I've never seen anyone wearing it.
Yeah. So as soon as you start wearing it, people are either going to call you an idiot,
Yeah.
Or they're going to like your outfit.
Either one, I'm happy with.
Yeah.
We might need to have someone, either you or Bunker or Sensei, sit for a minute and see if they can get that suit.
Back to the topic of the video here.
We're building a camp. I have some fancy hardwood floors I purchased with Adam. We're going to need to get into Adam and challenges in a different video. These are some concrete walls. I did not purchase these. This was a plan I discovered.
It's not letting you put on the...
I know. This is concrete and steel I'm using. Don't worry. You see that hole in the wall there? In this video, I'm going to let you in on some secrets. I know how to put a wall there, even though it said no. Can you believe that?
If I say yes...
It's mystical. You have no way of understanding it. I understand, Joker. But you have to understand, I think the last time I looked at my Fallout 4 gameplay time, I think it was somewhere like 4 months and 2 weeks and 3 days.
Well, that's when you're devoted to Fallout.
Yeah.
I like magic tricks. So
It's very magical. I'm very good at this kind of thing.
Ah, yes.
No,
That counts as a wall, right?
I'm glad. I thought of that. I was like, maybe, and then it didn't work, and I was bummed, and then it didn't work. So check this out.
Okay.
Cut out the wall.
Uh-huh.
Put in a wall.
Okay.
I said window. That's a doorway? No.
Uh-huh.
I was like, no, wait, no,
No.
I'm not just going to cop out like that.
All right.
This is going to be a back door.
Oh.
A back door.
So you're just like, said, screw that entire corner. I'm just going to make it a door.
Right.
With a neat staircase.
It didn't want a wall. So I was like, here's a door. Here's a door. None of these are Adam doors, by the way. These were all unlocked. And this, of course, is just a bedroom.
Security door. Yeah.
A bedroom. You can use the door. There's doors unlocked, walls unlocked, floors unlocked right at the beginning.
And then you can find the plans by killing enemies, finding them in loot containers. Overseers caches have them.
Doing dailies.
Basically, everything that you're doing in the game is going to get you plans at some point.
You'll just start unlocking this stuff, right? So here I am locking the doors.
Mm-hmm.
Very useful mechanic.
Also, if somebody goes into your door or anything that you have just to picklock it, it automatically flags them for wanted, right?
Correct.
Or do they have to start picklocking?
Nope. As soon as they get in, it's flagged. It's flagged.
So here we are looking at the different types of beds that you can put down, kind of just to, get the well-rested perk and whatnot. I think it heals you too, right?
Yeah. If you're laying in bed, the amount of time you're sleeping in bed, your health regenerates pretty quick.
Okay. So unlike other Fallout games, you can't sleep for a certain amount of time, or other Bethesda games for that matter.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a waiting mechanic.
No. You can't pass time anymore since everyone's on the server together.
Yeah. And so right now we chose a bed that's off the ground, as we kind of discussed earlier. You can't really, or don't really, rather want to sleep on the ground, as you can contract diseases and
You
whatnot.
don't want to get ground worms.
Is it any bed that you put on the ground? Doesn't matter if it's in your house or whatnot. You can get disease
Any
from
bed
it.
you find, if you're out exploring and you find a sleeping bag or a mattress on the floor, if you decide to take a rest in that, it's a pretty high chance in a building or not that you'll get a disease.
Okay, so you generally just want to avoid sleeping on the ground, which is kind of something that you want to take into account in your real life too.
Yeah, right, exactly. So just kind of setting up some of the chairs with the musical instruments and some other amenities.
Getting some of the workshops put down. That's probably one of the first things you want to establish as you start building your house.
Yep.
So that you can work on whatnot. I think at when you first start off, you only start off with a workbench and a tinker table or something like that.
I think it's the weapons bench, armor bench, and cooking station.
Oh, okay, yeah.
In order to make the armor bench and weapons bench, though, you need aluminum and gears, which aren't immediately available. So
something you kind of have to go spend some time searching around for, getting getting some.
Yeah, it's way easier to get that stuff higher level, but we'll have to cover kind of a way to get that stuff at lower level too, because there is ways.
And these rugs are Atom rugs, right? You can't unlock these without using Atom.
That's a super awesome Atom rug that I purchased after doing some challenges.
But most of the stuff that you're seeing put down in that house is stuff that you can unlock, or that you do end up unlocking. You don't start off with them though,
right?
As you start off with very few plans, as it is, anyways.
Yeah, everything that's kind of usable, I'm trying to stick to what people just leaving the vault can build.
Yeah, just kind of give them an idea of what they can and can't.
Otherwise, the aesthetics is just a little bit of some of the stuff I've unlocked with Adam.
And so, are you going to build like a little pier out here?
Yeah, maybe. I'm going to build a little hutch because right now the junk extractor is built there, but there's no power right now.
Okay, yeah. So you're gonna start. Okay, so this is gonna be like your little power area where you're gonna have all your generators and whatnot.
Probably. We're going to stick to the basics here. With this little 3-way hutch that I've built so far, you can stick probably any number of the generators. I think initially people just have the small generators unlocked.
Yeah, they're the small gas generators.
Right. So you'll need to build 4 of those to get the junk extractor going, which requires 10 energy. But there's a number of ways to get the other generators unlocked. The best way is doing the fusion core, or not the fusion core, the power plants.
I remember during the beta for this game, actually, me and my buddies went to go do the power plant event. And since none of us had a fusion reactor, we put down a bunch of the medium gas generators to power the power core.
Wow.
And that one takes, I think, 150 or something like that.
It's something crazy. You must have made like 20 of those.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. We basically spent our entire build limit on them.
Wow.
So,
wow. And then you got the fusion core generator.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You guys must have been low level then too.
Yeah.
You
well, it was the beta. We didn't, you
didn't even
you
know
couldn't
you
get super high level in that, but
couldn't even power up the power plant at that point.
it got a little ridiculous.
That stuff gets complicated though.
Oh yeah.
So we're definitely going to need to cover a different video.
Cover some of the events. Maybe have an event just on a video on just on events.
Right. So if you want this super spiffy fusion core generator, whatever you want to call it, it has 100 energy that it gives you if you can build it. As you can see, it doesn't like to be put under roofs, but I did discover a secret. If you place it first, you can immediately put your roof back over top of it.
Which is useful if we want to build a little power shed, you know, make it look nice instead of just having, you know, the generator sitting around your base.
Yeah. The gist of a couple of things I've done here so far is that if it tells you can't do it, don't give up. There's usually a way around it.
It just works.
Yep. And if you're impressed by the 100 energy fusion generator, you can get that by doing the power plants.
Yeah.
That's how I got it. That's how most people get it.
And does it drop on enemies, or is it something you can find laying inside one of the various containers?
When you actually complete the mission and get the power plant up and running again, it, as a quest completion reward, and mind you, this is an event you can do multiple times, there's a chance to get generators. You can unlock all the generators just by doing even the same power plant multiple times.
Oh, okay. So you it doesn't matter. Will you always end up getting a generator at the end of it, or is it something where you have a chance of getting a generator?
It's a chance.
Okay, so you can get any other number of rewards, but you have a chance to unlock one of the various generators.
Right. Keep in mind though, the game is really good about making sure if it's already giving you a reward like the medium generator or the large generator, it'll usually give you a reward that you have not received yet.
Okay, so it's not like most MMOs where you'll just get duplicates of stuff and then you just have to scavenge it or whatever.
If you do even the lowest level power plant, which is Poseidon, multiple times, you're usually going to end up getting all the generators unlocked.
Okay, so that's a good way to farm generators in case you need one that's better or whatnot.
And Poseidon is, of course, located in the forest region. Pretty easy to get to. We're definitely going to cover that.
I think it's pretty much one of the first events that you can go and do.
More or less.
On your own, yeah.
Keep in mind that the
Aside
lighthouse...
from, like, the Mothman one.
The Mothman, yeah, exactly. The lighthouse. Yep. So, as you can see here, I'm just about done building this little hutch with the 100 power fusion generator I've built there. It's
almost like a little like storage shed type deal you're building.
Right.
A little metal shelving and all that.
Yep. Keep in mind, anyone who builds something like this, they can throw down their workstations, their storage, whatever it is they want to do, make it their own. And the point is here that with this simple setup that we walked right from Vault 76 to build, you can get stuff going pretty well.
Just keep in mind, you probably won't start off with the same amount of materials that he has to build all this.
Right.
It's probably going to take you a lot more of the build stuff as you go, then go get some more materials, come back and keep building, you know. It's not going to be this boom, boom,
this
boom
is a
happening.
fact. This is a fact. A good misconception, though, is that most people think those extractors where you put on the junk pile take a whole bunch of resources to make.
No, they're
actually
going to take a couple steel and...
It's pretty cheap. I think it's 1 gear for some weird reason. And then and then just some steel.
It's for the little piece that's going back and forth on top right there.
1 gear.
Yeah, you only need 1 gear for that.
1 gear and like 10 steel and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, and then some lighting helps too.
Make it look nice and pretty. I heard you can get neon signs that you can put up.
Yeah, there's a
lot.
lot.
Like lettering, neon lettering to type out whatever you want, but have it be like this huge, elaborate thing.
It's definitely unlockable in the game. There's a lot of neon signs that are pretty neat too that you can get from Adam. Not to mention, I think there's a lot of highly sought after like oil lamps, and there's a bunch of cool lighting that you can get, but a lot of it's really difficult to get to until you get pretty far in the game.
Yeah.
So,
which seems like a pretty reasonable thing, you know.
Yeah.
If you want to unlock something super cool,
Yeah.
you got to put in the time for it.
they're all right at that. Yeah, they make sure that people have stuff to work towards.
I see you're making a little cute garden here.
Yep. See, I'm throwing down some potatoes, some corn, and I plan on throwing down some mute fruit because I always like to make sure I have some of that down. If you happen across mute fruit, corn, and potatoes when you're running around, pick it up because for every 2 potatoes, corn, and mute fruit you have at a chemistry station, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a cooking station.
Oh.
Utility section of the cooking station, you can make excess adhesive. with
Oh, okay,
those
that's very
ingredients.
useful. At
Yep.
least for me, when I was playing, I found adhesive very difficult to find. But you say that it's fairly easy to find now.
You find it quite a bit, but sometimes, especially early on, you'll be hampered by just missing this or that as far as components are concerned. And in the
Especially
beginning,
for repairing things.
in the beginning, you're repairing stuff a lot unless you
Yeah.
start getting some of the repair perks. So it can help to have that adhesive growing in your front yard from time to time.
Although, just as a little footnote too, if you're running low on adhesive, go fight the bees because they have a good chance of dropping 2 bulk adhesive, which is 10 adhesive each.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's how I got, because I was very low on adhesive and all my armor was breaking and whatnot. Fought one of them and got all the adhesive I needed.
There you go. And don't forget to put the signs up, restricted area, so people
Oh,
know.
yeah, make sure they can
They'll be fairly warned, so if they get flagged while in your
with
camp-
all the turrets and whatnot sitting around, you think that they shouldn't be going in there. But
Exactly.
hey.
You'd think. So, just adding some finishing touches here.
Oh,
on
it's
the-
finishing touching. Yeah.
Finishing touching, on the camp here that we've built so far. I think from here is where we would get a little bit more in depth with hydration, but that's definitely
that's a topic for another video, I believe.
probably pretty soon after that, because as you can see here, water purifiers, small and industrial, placing them in water here. This is where purified water comes into play. We're going to cover this a lot more in
Saves
depth.
you a lot of wood and whatnot.
Thanks for joining us, Junkies. We had an awesome time today exploring Fallout 76. Had an awesome collab here. And remember, it was your boy Gerdo.
And your boy Joker. Pretty good time hanging out here today, doing a little bit of Fallout 76 stuff, introducing myself to you guys.
There's going to be a whole lot more of that we need to figure out as we go along here. We're going to discover and inform and have a good time as we go along, right, Joker?
Yeah, it could be pretty good.
And remember, interested in becoming a junkie? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button.
Also remember to share the addiction, and we'll see you in the next video.